Hello. Yes, so I am sharing with you some of the few things I wish I knew before I started pumping and storing breast milk. So I tell you what, do you know that I lost over 50 ounces of breast milk in one day? That's almost one liter and something. Yes, so thankfully I had a lot of breast milk. And another thing, I had a month to resume with work. So I started pumping as early as I could and started storing breast milk. So it was kind of like I was on a rush, of to make like a lot of milk and then store it at once. That is what happened. So in my mind, I didn't keep in my mind that at some point this milk has to keep frozen like for all the time before I could use it. So it happens on one particular day we were out of power for like three, I think 3 to 4 days, you know and at that point, when it happened, I had already resumed with work. My baby was acting up. He didn't want to take formula. He didn't want to substitute anything with breast milk at that time. So I was still trying to see whether he can try formula as it takes breast milk. So that's why I was kind of in a rush of having a lot of breast milk to give him. So anyway, long story short, power goes for those days, and my breast milk starts, you know, starts melting, and he couldn't consume all that in one day. Even if it was in 2 days, it was a lot of breast milk. I wish I have some photos or videos to show you, but it was so heartbreaking that I had to lose a lot of milk in just a short period of time. So if you're planning on pumping and storing breast milk, please ensure that you have power, that you're sure that will never go off. Another thing, if you can get a generator, well and good. Another thing that you have to keep in mind is ice packs. So as you keep your breast milk, or ensure that you have a lot of ice packs around. Yes, because this means that you can always get that, like maybe in case of a power shortage, you can use the ice packs or get from somewhere else. All those things didn't come to mind, because okay, in that time, however much I had lost that milk, I was still having a lot again, because I would express in the morning, I would express during the day, in the afternoon, in the evening, sometimes at night. So I still knew I had enough milk to give him, however much I lost all that. So in case you're not maybe like how I was, make sure that you have all those things in place. Another thing could be if you have a trusted friend or family, anyone that is near you, whereby if maybe your power gets out in your area, you can take that and make sure that your milk is maintained. Please do that. You wouldn't want to lose a lot of milk. It is already work pumping that milk out. It is already very important that we store it well, and losing it at such a time as that is something that is not, it's not easy to face. I lost a lot of milk, so I would advise you keep those things in mind. And also another thing, as you're storing your milk, maybe something I didn't grasp at first is I would keep my milk. What can I use? Let me see. Okay, I'm at office, so let me use this ruler. So in those packs, I'll share. I'm going to put, yes, there I'll put the photo of those packs, how to store. So those packs, I would store it in the fridge like this, straight, and you find that when it expands, I would not get enough space to keep other packs that I had, depending on the size of your fridge or your freezer. So I later, of course, was advised. I made some research. I noticed that you have to keep it like this, make it straight, get another one, add on top. If you can keep it in sides, that, I think this illustration is better. This is better than keeping it, adding it like this, because breast milk sometimes expands. Then another thing, as you're as you're storing it, ensure that you note the name of your child, all those things, the date, the time, if possible, of when you, such that when you're serving your child, don't start with what you've just made. Start with what, let's say if you started pumping in April, start giving them things that, milk that you pumped in April, not what you pumped in October. You get it? That makes more sense. So otherwise, thank you for coming this far with me. I am always glad to share some of these things that I've learned, that I know, with you, and I hope they're helpful. So if you find this video helpful, please subscribe, like, share, and let us meet in another video. Thank you for showing me all the love. God bless you.